Alright, I am back. Today is the 16th of April, and honestly, I'm feeling a little bit overwhelmed today, which is kind of weird to say. So, today, one of my coworkers is retiring. Like, he's gonna be around, but, like, today was his retirement party, so he went to Buffalo Wild Wings after work, and I was there until 7 o'clock, which wasn't even that late. I was like in the first major group to leave, honestly. So like, yeah, I wasn't even there at the retirement party for too long. But I don't know, it was just okay, so I don't know, it threw me off so much, and now I came back after walking. Alright, back, rear, back of right hand, back of left. So, I'm gonna try and show this properly instead of just revealing the answer. So yeah, we'll go to the back of the statue. Is this the back? Oh no, this is too far. A lot of these areas are too high to jump to, so, is this the rear, right here? Close. Alright, so you see the back, right? And it's got this symbol here, it's pointing up. So up is the first number in the sequence, or the first sign in the sequence. And then the rear, I think, is underneath this arch. Yeah, so you can see this is down right here. So it's, oh. Alright, so it's up, down, and you can kind of guess the rest of the sequence, right? So now it's back of left hand, back of right hand. So this is the right hand, and you need to dash. Uh-oh. Dash, because the hand closes. But you need to dash and get the coin, or the rupee, there. Otherwise, the hand won't stay closed. So, ah, my goodness. There we go. So now you have to look at the back of the hand. So back of left hand, then back of right hand. So it's up, down, right, left, I think. And if not, then I got the order of the hands wrong, and it's up, down, left, right. So, the first time, or I won't say the first time, when I was going through this dungeon last month, I just guessed the sequence, and I got it right. So it's not like you actually have to go and I think the sequence stays the same as well, so it's not even that, you know, tricky, or it doesn't have to be that tricky. But I wanted to demonstrate that. That's how you're supposed to solve the puzzle, at least. It's kind of loud in my headphones. Yeah, but I have a bunch of unopened packages just sitting out. I need to go and do my food prep for the week, or for my breakfast food prep, because I'm out of breakfast burritos. I have a couple things that I want to watch between the NBA, and I didn't watch the first map of the Team Liquid Valorant game. Okay, so you land on this and it flips it over, and that is supposed to be a clue for later. I think you can just kind of slip past these guys. Oh. Alright, so... Yep. So, up, down, left, right. Yeah. And this is the only way to progress. So, okay. The thing is, and this is, I mean, it's a spoiler. The whole, any commentary I give is a spoiler. Oops, I missed. That's the only time you have to use that sequence. I think there might be another sequence used later, but that's a different sequence. So, like, it's a puzzle that's only used once, and I'm really not sure how satisfying of a puzzle it actually is. Alright, hold on. I need to do something real quick. Alright, sorry about that. Yeah, so like, it's not like a list of a ton of things, you know, that are all super important or anything. Like, besides, you know, food prep for tomorrow morning, nothing is really pressing. Even that isn't the most pressing thing in the world. Oh wait, I need to... Yes. You need to land on this one. So you overturn this so that the roots are no longer hiding the passageway out. There's a red ruby there. I don't care enough for it. Yeah, so it's not like it's anything pressing, you know. I want to watch NBA games. I want to go watch a Valorant match. I want to go and open a bunch of packages. I need to clean up my, you know, desk area a little bit for, because I'm reworking, or I'm redoing my Viper Orb. I'm going to go to version 3 now, because version 2, after painting, just, I don't know, it just didn't come out right. I mean, like, okay, it came out fine, like, it looks wonderful. It just... It's just the mechanism within the Viper Orb. It just doesn't work. And it wasn't the best mechanism before painting it, but after painting, it's just not. It's even worse. Alright, so anyway, all of that, like I said, the list of things that I would like to get done, all of that coupled with the fact that I got home, you know, past 7 o'clock because of Bob's retirement. Shout out to Bob, it's not his fault or anything like that. I'm not trying to make it about me. I'm just trying to emphasize sort of why oh my goodness. That was me going in for the stab there. Oh my goodness, really? Alright, here's oh goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, he's getting fast now. Oh my goodness. Oh well, that took a lot out of me. Heart Spy, I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna get too anxious and pop a potion here yet, though. One more hit from something, and then maybe I'll do that. Alright, so let's talk about the dungeon. Like I said, this is probably the third best dungeon in the game. And I don't think the whip is all that great. It's an okay item. Specifically because it has several different usages. You know, for one, it opens all of these switches, which, you know, is something that a lot of items have, is just the ability to open a different type of switch. But that's not what makes the I mean, it certainly contributes to making the it certainly contributes to making the dungeon, you know, better. But again, this first section of the dungeon with the whole oh wait, I'm supposed to go out that way. I don't have the what? Oh my goodness. I don't have the boss key yet. Yeah, so there's two things about this dungeon that make it very good. The first is the aesthetics. Like, this is beautiful. It really is. It's not like the Skyview Temple, which was the first temple, which I felt was very lackluster in a lot of different ways. It's much better than that in terms of aesthetics. It just has a, I don't want to call it an Indian vibe, but there is a lot of sort of mysticism and lilies, and it's a different sort of vibe than just stone walls, you know? There's a motif, you know? There's patterns on the walls. It just has a different flavor to it that is that I think is just is fantastic. So yeah, it's really great. And then I'll kind of reveal the second thing that makes this a good dungeon. Oh! Oops. I was trying to flick my sword back and forth there, and it's not working. Alright, so behind the fish here, there's a small chest. And then the boss. Boss is very good. So, okay, I've been watching Chugger Conroy's Let's Play of Twilight Princess. I probably mentioned this in the last episode. I love Twilight Princess. And so I'm always going to be somewhat biased by Twilight Princess. But oh my goodness. I think I kind of... One of the reasons why the dungeons in this game, I think, are not as satisfying is because the mini bosses and bosses just are not that great. Like the mini bosses, think about the mini bosses so far. The first was once Stalfos, right? And then the boss was Girahim. Spoilers, Girahim is a boss later on as well. You know, and Stalfos, I'm not going to say they're like a, you know, a common enemy or anything like that, but like we faced 3 of them later on in the game, no problem. The mini boss for the Earth Temple was 2 Lizalfos. And now Lizalfos, I'm not even saying they're a super common enemy, you know, but they kind of are. You see them in quite a number of different places. And I'm just not gonna bother with you. I don't think I can take him out anyway without like a bomb flower. Oh my goodness. Why did you have that platform there? Is this just a stamina reset? I think it's just a stamina reset. Oh, come on. Right, and in comparison, oh shoot. In comparison, right? In Twilight Princess, you know, the first mini boss is Ook, you know, and this is a character that is hinted at like earlier on in the game by the ghost of the girl monkey. You know, it's hinted like, hey, this is the boss of the monkeys, and he went mad. You know, and then he helps you later on with the actual boss, Diababa. Now, sure, you know, Diababa is easy as hell, but like, at least it's an interesting boss. You know, it's not. I mean, I guess Girahim being a recurring enemy in this game, one you have to face time and time again, there is some merit to that, you know, there's some consistency. It makes him a you know, a good character that you have to fight him, right? But if we're talking like mini bosses, you know, how is TLOZ Alphos supposed to compete with the frog in the Lakebed Temple, or Death Gaze, or whatever the name of the Arbiter's Grounds mini boss is, you know? The big Goron and the Goron mines, like all of these mini bosses are really good. You know, they're unique enemies. And I'm sorry, just a 4-armed skeleton when we've beaten up 2-armed skeletons, and the gimmick is the same thing. Like, it's just not a very good mini boss. Now, like I said, the boss of this area, fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. But, he's kind of the only one of his kind. There's no other enemies quite like him. Alright, so this is... Okay, I didn't want to spoil this, but this is part of the whole aesthetic thing, because the second half of this dungeon is completely different, right? And it's the same motifs, you know, you see the same sort of patterns on the walls, but holy, it's dark and dreary, there's no sunlight. There's no sunlight. It's creepy, and it's a good kind of creepy, right? It shows you, you know, there's a dang underside to this, and you know, not everything that is, you know, wonderfully beautiful is, you know, this temple isn't just wonder and beauty. You've got some real creepy shit here. Now, my big critique with this place, though, is kind of similar to previous dungeons where it is still linear as hell. Like, yes, we got this little spoiler of the dark side of the temple, but there's still only one door that we can ever open at a time. There's no branching main room. I mean, there is a branching main room. It's just you can only ever go one place in that room. So what really is the point? Oh. Come on. I think you could finish that guy. Just straight up. Okay, I think this is a dungeon map as well. Okay, and now that you have the whip, you can whip yourself over to here. Hold on. I'm trying to think. Is this the... No, we have to go into this room. We still have to do stuff in this room. I believe... But yeah, it's the linearity for me. Linearity of dungeons just kills me. I want to be able to go multiple places, and even if there is like a sort of optimal way to go about it, you know, I'd rather, you know, just have the option to, Alright, I'm gonna, oh, shoot, I already opened that. What am I doing? I was about to land on this and turn it upside down, but I don't need to do that because I did that with the whip. It's just so much quicker to shield these guys instead of going for 3 hits with them. Alright, so you need to go and land on this, turn it over. You need to swim underneath. Oof. Oof. Come on. So yeah, between like a mediocre item, just an uninspiring boss, like, I don't know, it just, the dungeons just in this game are just not good, in my opinion, and watching back Skyward or Twilight Princess, you know, you're collecting monkeys, you know? You're shooting cannonballs through rooms, you know? You're hunting down Poes and switching between human and wolf form. It's just, oh my goodness, I did that so many times in my first run, on my run a month ago as well. This room took me a while to get through, not because it's tricky per se, it's because I am bad. Maybe I should have taken care of that wall, that bug guy earlier. Alright. Keep on running. Oh. Should have just finished him off. Alright, so over there is a small chest with a small treasure, I believe. I don't care enough about it. I'm gonna leave some chests unopened. Look at me. But yeah, this opens up a shortcut back up here, which you might need if you don't do this. This whole gimmick right here, with the statue dropping down, that is what makes this temple so good. I think that's everything. Alright, because now that door that we exited out of earlier, is that a goddess plume? It is. Oh, I guess this is the higher floor, isn't it? So, it makes sense that you'd be hiding a treasure back there. So yeah, that door that we leapt out of and landed a long way down, you know, that's now lower. The dungeon changing in a substantial way due to your actions, that's always been cool to me. I'm trying to think of other dungeons that I've... Oh, okay. I'm familiar with that changed substantially. Now the Temple of Time. I think it really comes down to other water temples. Okay, these guys are annoying though. You need to use a finishing blow on each of them. Or you need to knock them into the... I think actually you might be able to beat them up just with raw. Like they might just die after you knock them down enough times. But these redeads are annoying. Alright. Oh, I thought there was something in here. Alright. So yeah, there's only one way to go. It's over this way. Ah. I thought these guys were cursed. And if they're cursing you, you can't use your sword. I am not gonna pop open that goddess. Oh, right. I'm not gonna pop open that goddess wall yet. Because I want to save it for if I get injured later. So, these are the eyes that you're supposed to go through. There's a switch back here. It shuts off the water flow. Now you can run back along. Then use this. To mount that. And the rotating columns up above, I think might actually be attached to these ones down below, which is a really nice touch, I think. What? I jumped in midair there. That was weird and a little bit scary. But yeah, like I said, just the aesthetic choices, really good touch. The dungeon gimmick of the whole area, you know, the whole area rising and falling, really good. Yeah, both of those contribute to making this dungeon as good as it is. Oh, you need to jump on here and ride it to the second platform. And now you can use this to hop onto these. Now you're here. Rotate that back. Now rotate in the other direction. Pretty neat. Oh, I should probably demonstrate this. So, with the Sacred Shield, if you defend with it, these guys get scared of it because it's sacred. So, interesting little thing there that we might be in need of a little bit later on. Now that I think about it, I'm not sure if the Hylian shield, the invincible one, has that same interaction. Alright, so now we reverse it back. See, there's a couple of puzzles in here that are good puzzles, I think. I mean, I guess it's not really a puzzle per se, because once again, there's only ever one thing you can do. Yeah, there's only ever one path to go down, only ever one thing to do. But, it's the pathing here is appreciated, I'll say that. Now this is a good touch. You're limited by your speed on the rope, so you have to break free of these guys. It is scary. It is creepy. It is so unique, though. Like, when have you ever been, you know, chased by zombies and they're trying to pull you off the rope like this? It's so good. Okay, so now this is maybe giving away the name of the game, but Opening that up lets you get back to this switch, and this is the big switch that moved the stone giant up and down. So it dropped it down last time, and now it's no longer covering the boss key. The other thing is, I think this dungeon is an appropriate length, at least. It's an appropriate length, even if it's, once again, just as linear as all the others. Kind of need to run out of the way, and this lowers back into place very satisfyingly. Oh, hey, buddy. The one that I didn't kill last time. Alright, I'm gonna go open up the, I'm gonna use the goddess wall that we saw previously over here. I'm gonna get the hearts. And then I'm gonna go face the boss. The boss is probably gonna be a little tricky for me. He's a tricky fellow, just in general. Nice. Alright. Back up to full health. And yeah, they were kind enough to lower the lower this down so you don't have to go climb up the rope again. So yeah, now we have the key. We can come up to here. Use it. Let's see, what time are we at recording? 40 minutes? Yeah, see, so I think it's a good length for the dungeon. You know, it's not over in 5 rooms like the Skyview Temple is. And it's, yeah. Oh, this is, another thing, you know? You open the door and it's not over yet. One more, not puzzle, but, you know, one more little thing to do, and then entering the boss room. Once again, very, very, very creative central gimmick that, you know, comes into play a couple different times. It's, I really do appreciate it. I like central gimmicks, you know? Hey, buddy. This Coloctus here, this is a good boss. I like this as a boss battle. I think all good bosses need more than one phase, you know? Like, the second one, Moldarok or whatever, the big ball guy, that really didn't feel like a second phase. I mean, I guess, you know, he introduced a new attack where it kind of, like, runs past you. Oops. Dodged the wrong way. Oh. Wrong. This is phase 2, right? Yes. Alright, phase 2 is pretty good. I am a fan of this as a concept. I am not a fan of facing him. I am a fan because this is badass. This is like using the Giant's Mask in Majora's Mask, or the Colossal Mask or whatever, at the end of the of the 4th dungeon. I forget what it's called. Like that is just cool, you know, being sort of bigger than your you know. Oh, these guys are not the same as the Redeads below, where you had to go and finish them off. Oh my goodness. I like finishing off an entire side before grabbing the sword. Oh wait, you have to use it. gonna have to go through one more phase. Alright, so I guess after the first... After you knock down at least one sword, you have to, you have to use the swords to, take care of him. Anyway, still, it's just badass to use this giant scimitar, you know? Like, how many other Zelda games have, you know, swords bigger than the Master Sword? Not that this is the Master Sword that I'm using right now, but... Oh my goodness, really? Like, this thing is taller than you are. This is like Buster Sword, you know, outrageous size here. Oh, that is so satisfying though. Such a good boss fight. A good boss fight to finish off a good dungeon. I like it. I like it a lot. And you know, I didn't really appreciate it until I really sat down and thought about it, you know? Like, I was waving my hand with generality saying, oh, there's only one good dungeon in this game. But when I think about it, the Ancient Cistern is a good dungeon. I think it is a good dungeon. Not just in terms of aesthetic, gimmick, or central gimmick. Boss, maybe not mini boss. It's just all very good. I like it all. Alright, so after this, I'm going to go and start cooking. I kind of needed to just kind of sit down and check off this box, if that makes any sense. Like this wasn't, like, I didn't necessarily need to play Skyward Sword today, but I kind of wanted to get a recording done, either, well, I meant to get it done yesterday, but I didn't get to it. I instead put together my Viper Orb and didn't like the result. What is this upgrade again? Is this 2 times damage or 2 times? Yeah, twice as much damage. And it's longer. Let's see, what time are we at? We're at 54 minutes. Oh, it's perfect time. And that's the other thing. It's a good length. I think the Ancient Cistern is a good length of time. And not because it's added some really slow movement like rolling the ball around like in the Earth Temple. So yeah, good dungeon. The area leading up to the dungeon, the task you have to do heading into the dungeon, no. Alright, so after this, I'm just gonna go and call it here. I mean, I guess I could maybe go to Skyloft and upgrade things, but I kind of want to save that for the next video. I think this is a good stopping point. Good starting point, good stopping point. it's just, yeah, this has just been a good episode, and kind of what I needed to check off a box and kind of use that to cascade checking off other boxes, if that makes any sense. So, I will see y'all later.